Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collect75. Welcome to another Transformers review. This one, I never had misgivings about doing it, but I wanted to do this one for a long time, but unfortunately I just have never found all the bits to make it complete. And at the moment, I'm pretty much probably certain I'm not going to get the bits anytime soon, so I thought, why not? I'm just going to review it anyway. He is missing the top of his rotor blades up here, and he's missing a couple of white thrusters off there. Other than that, he is complete. Saying that, if he was complete, it wouldn't make a bit of difference to me just how bad this toy is. As much as I try and find good points, there's just too many bad points. Right, anyway, this is obviously the Mega Pretender CROSSBLADES. The point of the Mega Pretenders, of course, was that you had an outer shell that transformed into a vehicle, and then when it was in humanoid mode, could hide the transformer inside, and then when it was in vehicle mode, sorry, it could combine with the smaller vehicle to create a super vehicle. It worked with Thunderwing. This guy in Vroom, I just do not think it works too well at all. But that's beside the point. For this one, I just can't get over how much I hate this figure. Right, so what we're going to start with? We're going to start with the small robot. Now, this is its alt mode, and it is described in the bio, I believe, as a dragster. I'm sure it is. Let's have a look. High speed transforms to supersonic. Yeah, supersonic dragster. Now a dragster I thought was a car, no, but this doesn't have any wheels. It looks more like a spaceship, if I'm honest with you. Is a dragster a spaceship? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe someone out there knows and wants to tell me. It certainly looks like a spaceship, not the greatest spaceship on Earth. What I can't get around, I don't have the instructions for this. Now this is, I believe, his proper alt mode is. But if I just show you the box very quickly. Here is the box, and as you can see, the artwork has him pretty much in this mode here, with the wings underneath with the arms on top. But then we go around to the side here where you can see a picture of the prototype, sort of prototype toy. It has these wings, if I can get them off. I didn't realise it'd be that stiff to put in there. This has it in this kind of mode, with these here, this on top this time. In this mode, now it does use this mode for when he's attached as the super helicopter, which I'll come to in a second. But again, I mean, I don't know. But even so, I mean, it's okay as a spaceship. But then when you look at it, it's got the stickers on here, much like it does there. So it's a bit strange, that one. I remember when I got this, I never had this as a kid, but when I did get this, I couldn't make head nor tail of it. And it's got a lot of faults. Anyway, right, let's just take this guy to the super helicopter mode. All we do now is this is his helicopter mode. He would have had two white thrusters here, and he would have some rotor blades. What I just cannot get over, and I never will, is that the fact that he's got a couple of Wellington boots hanging off the back of this helicopter. I can't describe just how bad that is. I thought, to be honest, because this guy was recoloured and slightly remoulded in the Decepticon Crossformer Blue Bacchus, I think I pronounced that right. I thought because they would have tried to take away some of the organic elements, I thought they would have made him have robotic feet that maybe would have blended in. But I looked at a picture just recently, and they haven't changed it really. So it looks just as bad, but at least it's blue and he's a Decepticon, so that's always a little bit better in my book. Anyway, so this is his helicopter mode. You can see his hands right there, and he's got holes just in there. This is the front of the helicopter, and these are supposed to be some guns, I believe, on the front. It will move up and down, but if you do move up and down, you'll see the robot head hiding in there. Right, anyway, so let's turn this into the super helicopter mode. We're going to take these off for a minute because these annoy me otherwise. Now we open up this section, and then we flip away the humanoid Pretender head without breaking it. Then we close everything back up. Now, as you can see, it has a little hole there that this will now fit into. When I first got this, it took me ages to figure this out, because back when I first got this, there was no reference books or internet or anything like that. So trying to figure it out without no reference. The only thing, it doesn't really stay in there too well on my one, and it could just be that my one is old and worn and it doesn't want to bloody just stay in there. And that is slightly loose, so then the front ends up hanging down slightly. But that is his super helicopter mode, and if I'm honest, it doesn't really reek to me of a super helicopter mode, to be honest. Not as, I mean, it's okay. I like it in some ways. Other ways, I just bloody hate it. Right, let's take that off. Let's just take this guy to robot mode and see if he gets any better in robot mode. Take that off. Flip this section all the way back. These are his little robot arms, and as you guessed it, these are his little legs. And then he stands up pretty well. Can hold both these guns. And his robot mode isn't too bad as Generation 1 figures go. There he is. He does have a little articulation in the knee. That's mainly so you can get the fella into the Pretender mode. A little close up on the head there. Not much action going on with his head there, but it's okay. Let's move on to the Pretender shell. This is where obviously I have issues with it. I suppose also you could maybe put this on the back if you wanted to. Don't know if it will fit on too well in this mode. I suppose it will. There we go. So that can be him in robot mode. It looks a little better actually with that on the back. Right, to transform this, you take this off. This is going to become his main weapon. Fold up these, and then we're going to close that up. And now, what really pains me on this figure is that now that is basically it. Oh yeah, I've got to get the head out, haven't I? Hold on 1 second. Almost there. Flip that up. Close that up. There we go. Flip that back, and then we've got him there. You've got to take these off and then put them back on. I hate doing that with Transformers, and it does wind me up a little bit. I know it's Generation 1, but they, you know, by that time they could have put something in there so you didn't have to do that. And then he just looks bloody awful because he's got these giant skis hanging off his arms. As kibble goes, that's quite a nasty bit of kibble, if I'm honest. But there you go. There's his little his little humanoid face, and you can put his gun in his hand. The thrusters would have still stayed there on his legs. So there we go. That is CROSSBLADES in his Pretender mode. I suppose this one isn't too bad. If you can see all these little bits I've got in hand, these are because I did repro label this guy up. These were probably some of the first labels I ever got off repro labels. That was when you had to cut them out yourself, and the card stock that they used, or the paper stock, was very thick and almost metallic looking. So it didn't bend too well on some of the joints and stick too well to these weird rubbery kind of arms that he's got. But I've got a new set. I did get some newer ones of the ones they did. But I was actually thinking of getting a better shell. But this one isn't actually too bad. Or buying a brand new CROSSBLADES and selling off this bits, because trying to get the bits that I need from him is proving a bit problematic. As much as I hate him, I do want a complete one, just because I'm a completist. So this is CROSSBLADES, and let's just start putting him in his little shell, which isn't the easiest thing to figure out. I believe the arms go forward. Sorry about that, I just hit it. I've got to take this off. This is where you bend these up, and I'm not quite sure how these go, to be honest. Let's open him up. Yeah, I don't want to open up too well. Should have remembered how he went in. Sorry, how I got him out. That would have been helpful. I think that goes in like that. It goes in something like this. This is how he goes in, and it isn't good, if I'm honest. It goes in like that. Or does that? I think it might go in this way. I think it might go in reversed ways. Yeah, this is how he goes in. Something like this. And it doesn't really go in too well. I mean, I'm trying to do it quite quick there, but he goes in like that, so you get the idea. But that is how he goes in. Yeah, not one of the best ones, I'm afraid. And his gun's fallen out of his hand. Looks alright in this mode. I've got to admit, this is the better mode. You can take the bloody skis off. And then there we have it. There is CROSSBLADES how he probably should look without the skis. And it ain't too bad. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Hope you like this review. Sorry it's a little bit negative, but he's not a favourite figure of mine. And I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.